That was gross. That was gross. What's up, everyone? And welcome back to another post-game breakdown, review, whatever you want to call it, recap. That's the word I'm looking for. That sucked. The difference in the game is really two mistake pitches by Corbin Burnes. Obviously, Brian Baker gives up that last home run in the ninth, but Chas McCormick, 131 at bats this season, only one home run. Home runs on back-to-back pitches. So what a day, ladies and gentlemen. What a day. How's it going, Jordan? What's up? Yeah, there was a lot of bad. There was a lot of bad. In fact, there were very little, if any, good. So let's talk about it. Adley Rutschman, 10 consecutive at-bat or plate appearances, reaching base before he finally got out. That was cool. That was pretty cool. We'll have that forever. You know, there's a takeaway. But yeah, no, this game just sucked. This is just one of those games. It happens. Orioles just got blanked. Let's just call it what it is. Orioles got absolutely blanked. Jordan Westburg gets the solo home run for the sole run. Cedric Mullins, we'll get into Cedric in a little bit because I really want to deep dive into kind of how much he has turned around. But you just got to tip your cap to the Astros with this one. I mean, pitching staff absolutely shut down the Orioles, who had scored, quick math, 28 runs in the past two games. And they got shut down. It looks like the Orioles offense forgot to show up today. I can't be mad at Burnes. I know some people are going to be disappointed in Corbin Burnes. If Corbin Burnes' worst start of the year is 7 innings, 4 runs, that's pretty damn good. I'll just say that. That is pretty damn good. Man, I just keep looking at this. This was just a rough one. Absolute rough one. Let's go through it. Gunnar Henderson and Adley Rutschman 0 for 5 combined, but they did have 3 walks, so it's hard to be upset there. Ryan O'Hearn 1 for 4. Mountie and Santander combined for 0 for 8. You're probably not winning games when you see that. Colton Cowser, man. What is going on with that dude? Who did he piss off? What baseball god did he piss off? Because it feels like everything he hits right now is hard contact right at someone. He should have had an RBI single. He had one, I think that was 106 miles an hour off the bat that Altuve snagged. He's just having a rough one. But something I really want to get into about Corbin Burnes is how much he saved the bullpen today. If we were going to lose this game, the last thing we could do is use 5-6 guys out of the bullpen again, because we don't have that. Like, the bullpen is taxed. This bullpen is absolutely starting to hit like we all talked about, that end of June. We knew it was going to be a gauntlet. We knew it was going to be tough. And this bullpen, with only one rest day over the past, we're now on June 22nd. So over the past 22 days, that's going to be tough. That's just always going to be tough to deal with. So for Corbin Burnes, even though we lost and he gave up 4 runs, going 7 was massive. Going 7 was absolutely massive. Brian Baker's the only other bullpen arm that we have to use, which means tomorrow, as the Orioles look to salvage the series, avoid the sweep, they will have a much more rested bullpen, especially guys like Kimbrel and Cano they'll be in there, especially rested and ready to roll, hopefully, in a close game, because, man, today was rough. I mean, go off in the comments. We'll do 1 up, 1 down right now. My 1 up is Cedric Mullins. I mean, how can it not be? I know Jordan Westburg went yard. Obviously, that is awesome, and you love to see Jordan really over the past few games. It feels like he's getting his swagger back. He had like 2 weeks. I'll call it 2 weeks where he was struggling. Average is back up to 277. Westy is just doing what he does produce. But I want to talk about Cedric Mullins, and Kevin's going to join me in a few minutes, and I can talk a little bit more about Cedric. But Cedric Mullins, 2 for 3, got the single and the triple. The triple would have been a home run, I believe, and they said 25, 24 of 30 ballpark. So for that aspect alone, that's tough because you wish, especially knowing that the Orioles were unable to get him in. The Orioles were unable to get him in. You wish not that it would have impacted anything in the long run, but it would have been nice to get him in. Like it would have been 5-2. It still would have been a loss, but most likely. But it would have been nice to at least get another run there. Orioles rely on the home run ball once again. My one down. Where do I even start? I don't even know who I'm going to do with my one down. Actually, I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the entire offense from innings 5 to 7. Entire offense. Innings 5, 6, and 7. Pathetic. Just bad. Just really bad. I'll call it was one of the worst performances I've seen from this group, in the fact that I think through 4, Blanco was at like 70 pitches. And, it was like 68, 70 pitches. So you're sitting there and you're like, awesome. We can go out there and get this guy out of the game before the 6th inning. If you can get him out in the 5th, get him out with an out or 2 in the 6th, you have an opportunity. You had an opportunity to get to the bullpen that had been struggling for the Astros. And then the Orioles responded with, I think it was back-to-back, like 9 pitch innings. They were just swinging at Blanco's. They were swinging at what Blanco wanted them to swing at. They weren't swinging at pitches that they can drive. They weren't swinging at pitches that they could put good contact on. They were swinging exactly at what Blanco was hoping to get them to roll over and pop up. I think Kevin Brown put it best. He said the final 3 innings of Burns versus Blanco was just can of corn after can of corn, just weak pop-up after weak pop-up. And it just felt like really Blanco was in cruise control. There was no stress in him whatsoever. He just simply went up there and just got the outs as quickly as possible. And the Orioles, he got 7. He got through 7 against the Orioles, and that absolutely killed them. Absolutely killed them. As soon as he got to the 7th inning, it was over because the Orioles needed to get at least 3-4 innings against that bullpen for them to go out there and just find a way to salvage this game. But Chas McCormick, shout out you on the Houston Astros, 3 for 3 today. I still can't believe we gave up 2 home runs on 2 pitches to Chas McCormick. Like, that just shows you what kind of day it was. It just no one was doing anything. It felt like productive for the Orioles. So let's go through. I'm going to say up to Burns going through 7. Yeah, that was absolutely awesome. Down, losing our game back on New York right when we started to make up ground. Hey, they still got to play. If they lose, then yeah, we're still just a half game back. So there's still some ball to play there. Does it suck? I'll talk about this. Does it suck that the Orioles can't take advantage of when the Yankees are losing? Yeah. Yankees are playing some bad baseball right now. The Yankees are playing some bad baseball right now. I want to check real quick. I believe they are either 4-6 or 5-5 in their last 10. Yeah, they are 4-6 in their last 10. So they are not playing great ball, which has definitely allowed the Orioles to gain some ground. But at the end of the day, you wish when you look at the Yankees playing 4-6 in the last 10, the Orioles are 5-5 in their last 10. So really interesting. It feels like the Orioles are playing a lot better than that. But yeah, 5-5 in their last 10. So the Orioles were only really able to gain 1 game in those 10 games. And that's not going to cut it. But something I do want to touch on is the Houston Astros are hot right now. I think of their last 41, they are now 27-14. So yes, it says that they are now, 3 games under 500? Yes, 3 games under 500. That's not what the Astros are. The Astros are a damn good team. The Astros are a damn good team who has just dealt with horrific injury bug all year. It just feels like every time they have one guy starting to heat up, another guy goes down. You see it with Tucker right now. They're just dealing with so many injuries. But this Houston Astros team, man, this team is good. This is a good team. We're going to see them in the playoffs. I know some people think that like this is the Astros or down year. Like this is oh, we're finally seeing the Astros downfall? No, the Astros are a good team. The Astros are a good team. And as we talk about that, we welcome on Kevin. How we feeling after that loss? Oh, haircut. You got a haircut?
Yeah, I think that we can talk about that as a positive, and the rest of this game is a negative.
Yeah, this game was horrible.
Yeah, it takes me a little bit to adjust to my haircut, so I always got to let it sit for a little bit. Well, it seems like the Orioles need a little time to adjust to Houston, and they only have one more game to do it. So not great. Hey, you know what though? The Orioles love the long ball. Some things never change. So at least Westberg got him on the board. Although he got him on the board, and then that was it. So
yeah,
great.
Yeah, and we'll talk about Cedric Mullins a little bit right here because I'm going to call it, even though I said obviously Westberg just produces. You love to see that. Said he was my big bright spot of the day. And here's what I want to bring up. Over his last 13 games, Cedric Mullins is hitting .356 with a .961 OPS. He has scored 11 runs, stolen 4 bases, hit 1 home run, and has 3 RBIs. People were giving up on Ceddy. They wanted to ship him off. Remember, send him to AA, send him to single A. All that. Ceddy's turned it around. We told him not to let him get hot, and Ceddy did it. So, yeah, it's just great to see Cedric Mullins finally getting his swing back. And I think it's officially time we go from Ceddy's heating up to Ceddy's playing like Ceddy again, you know? And I will even bring this up because it's funny, his last 3 hits before the triple, he had 3 hits in the series, all infield singles. And people will be like, oh, well, you know, you're getting lucky in those. 2 of Ceddy's outs this series have been on insane diving plays by the center fielder. Like, I get we want to be like, oh, we got an infield single. Yeah, but then he got robbed of 2 actual singles. So, you know, baseball evens itself out sometimes. Should have been a home run, his triple. It wasn't 25 of 30, but I feel like a Yankees fan saying that, so I'm not going to. It wouldn't have been back to that. So, Kevin, what are just some thoughts from today?
Yeah, are we about to get a Zach rant on the Orioles moving the wall back? Are we gonna? Yeah.
What is with the Astros moving that wall back, man?
Having that center field. Come on now. Having the hill. What do they think they're doing?
Players, so they're just moving the wall back. It's against the rules, man.
Oh man. Yeah. Not a great series. And you know what? June has gone, you know, this Orioles team is good, but June has gone, I think, even better than I've expected so far for the Orioles. You know, they've taken a lot of games off of a lot of good teams, with, again, themselves being a good team. But I think fatigue is starting to catch up with them a little bit. Again, not only having one off day, but again, we're not going to, and they're certainly not going to blame fatigue. They just didn't play well today. I mean, this just was not a good game all around. Corbin giving you 7 was big. I think it was. You know, even though he gave up the 4, we've been talking all year about how if these starters can push those 5 to 6 inning starts into 6 to 7 inning starts, it just helps the bullpen. And speaking of fatigue, this bullpen, despite how solid they were up until these last couple of games here, they're probably feeling tired. And I know, Zach, we're still kind of searching for that answer. I know we were kind of saying, oh, is Jacob Webb that guy? And then last night happened. But
last night was the blow up. But then again, everyone and their mother blew up last night. So
yeah, I think, if we're going to get on one guy, I think we got to get on everybody for that performance. But hey, you know what? Orioles, everyone's favorite Oriole, Brian Baker. Only the one, although not great. But again,
I mean, that was also Jesus. The biggest thing for that is thank God Colton Cowser. Hopefully he's okay. Because I did not think Colton Cowser had hops like that. He literally was like I think he hit his head on one of the seats. Like he was in the stands. I was like, oh my God. I was like, if his back isn't broken, it's going to be his skull. I was like, nothing looked good about the way Colton Cowser jumped for that.
Yeah. So I think for me, we say flush every loss, Zach, but this is truly all right, just get this one out, go get a game. Because do you know how weird it would feel if they got swept 2 times in the span of, what is it now, a month and a half?
Yeah.
after that streak. But, the offense is going to have it every day. I think the pitching staff itself, like 7 innings, five hits, 4 runs for Burns is not like a bad start. Like, I think he's been so good. Everyone looks at that and they're like, oh my God, why is this not 2 hits, 1 run over 6 or 6 1/3? He's just been that good. But if you look at it from a grand scheme of things, if you give up 4 and 7, again, with this offense, usually that's enough to win the ball game, especially because the Orioles could have beaten the Astros with literally their 8th inning last night. So it's like we haven't really talked about the offensive inconsistency a ton over the last like month or so, Zach, because I think they've gotten it together on that front a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's just unfortunate because they still do have these games in winnable games. And we know this offense can put up more than this. It's just like, you have Gunnar and Adley, which, by the way, does Adley like getting on base or what?
Dude, that's all he does. That's literally 10 straight. I mean, I tweeted it out, but before he got out, here was his last 10 at bats. Walk, single, double, walk. Like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, what?
I think that sums up how everybody's feeling about how good Adley is. Like, how is this even possible? And he's had what? He had a what were his hit streaks this year? He had like not 9 or 10, and then he had like a 17 or 18 on base, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like
Gunner's up to 28, 29 games on base in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, the top 2, there's a reason they're batting number 1 and 2 on the top, one of the top teams in Major League Baseball, just because their ability to get on base and create offense for the guys behind them. Ryan O'Hearn, again, I mean, he just got another hit. That's all he freaking does. I mean,
yeah, unreal. Also, Zach, watch your language. God damn it. This is a family-friendly show.
Not after losses, it ain't. Not after losses.
Oh, that's the disclaimer.
Family friendly after wins, losses. We do not condone.
Cover your ears after losses. After wins, it's okay though. So, yeah. I don't know. There's really not a ton else to say about this game. Like, the offense was disappointing today. Burns had a bad start. It wasn't really bad. It wasn't really that bad. But like,
good. He made literally 2 mistakes. And one of them was to Alvarez. Like,
I mean, you live with it.
One of the best power hitters in baseball.
This is a loss where I'm just like, okay, like, losses happen. Is the team going to go 162-0? The answer is no. Are the Orioles going to lose some games? Yeah, they're going to lose some games. The Orioles going to lose some series. Yeah, they're going to lose.
I'm glad you enjoyed that.
That was good. That was good. I don't know, man. I mean, do you have anything else game-wise? I really am just like, look, it happened, and we move.
Yeah.
Do we want to just kind of vibe? Do you have anything else baseball-wise? Do we want to talk about bullpen injuries?
Baseball-wise, actually, there are a few things I want to talk about baseball-wise, but that's Stephen Kwan. I feel like no one's talking about it for the Guardians. Is he up to 400? Stephen Kwan's batting 390, and he went 2 for 4 again today with a double and a home run. And I feel like no one's talking about it for
on
the
Guardians. Season.
Yeah, he's batting 390, and he's in like 200. How many at bats does he have this year? He has. Jeez, I don't care about his projected. How many plate appearances? He has 195 at bats. That's not. Oh, so he has 211 plate appearances. He's batting 390. It's just crazy. But yeah, Yankees playing a little bit in like 20 minutes. That's gonna be just one. If you got nothing else to do tonight, watch that.
That's why you do it. You hate watch. It's exactly why you do it.
Just be a hater. Like, it's okay. People say like, oh, don't be a hater. My advice in life is just be a hater. You know, like, sometimes there are just things where it's good to be a hater. And watching the New York Yankees and rooting against the New York Yankees is just something. It's kind of like the Yankees, the Cowboys,
the Lakers. Like there are teams where you can. It's better that you're just a hater. Like just be a hater. Like especially if the Orioles lose, like Orioles lost, just be a hater. Like you don't have to be like, oh, like hope both teams have fun. No. Hope the Braves win by 1,000,000. You can be a hater. It's okay.
I'm telling you right now, that's going on a shirt. Just be a hater. Just be a hater.
At the end of the day, man, like, can you just be a hater?
You are throwing out the zingers today. Again, this is like anything happens after losses. Zach endorsing hating, like, yeah, this is
yeah, just like 200-0 Atlanta. Like, I'm telling you.
I would take it. I would
love that.
Yeah. It was hot outside today too. Luckily,
Kevin, it's way too hot outside. I'm wearing a sweatshirt.
Yeah, you're kind of crazy for wearing that, if we're being honest.
The AC in here is just pumping, and I just.
Well, I don't blame you for that. But like, if you step outside in that shirt, then you're crazy.
Oh yeah, no, I was. Well, I did. So I did wear a sweatshirt to the gym, but that's just like for the.
Well,
purpose.
yeah, that's different. That's different.
And that, like, when I was coming back though, I was wearing the sweatshirt, and I was in the car, and obviously, like, I had just gotten back from like lifting, so I was already sweaty, and like I'm just dying in this sweatshirt in the car, and people were looking at me like. Why is this kid? And they obviously don't know I'm coming back from the gym, so they're just seeing me in my car wearing a sweatshirt drenched in sweat. So they have to be like, just take the sweatshirt off, my brother.
You got a little sauna going on in your car.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. I felt
relaxation.
Like
yeah, there you go.
I'm just,
I don't know. Also, I didn't give a prop for the Yankees game on the stream on Thursday, so.
Thank you, Kevin. I feel like we needed this actually.
This was needed.
Yeah.
This is the mood right now.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to reveal our one letter off and have people vote on the potential title of this show?
Yeah.
Put it in the chat, because I feel like it's past due of us calling it the show that has no name, or this is the whatever show on the Ryan Ripken part of media. So Zach threw out an absolute banger on the stream a couple of nights ago, guys. So we're trying to come up with a name for those who don't know. Sorry about that. The highway is highwaying. We're moving this show possibly to a different new channel. So of course it still will be under the Ryan Ripken Media umbrella, but obviously the goal is to branch out in as many different ways as possible and maximize the actual Ryan Ripken show, which is on Mondays and Thursdays. So be sure to again subscribe to this channel, but we'll also be having a new channel for where these reactions, whether it be Orioles post game, big news, we'll obviously dive into the Ravens sphere of things once that gets started. But we've been trying to think of an official name for the show. And Zach just, I think, what was it? You just thought of it one day randomly and you had to drop it on the stream. Is that how this started?
Yeah, pretty much. I thought, I like said it out loud at one point, and I was like, oh, I'm going to bring this up randomly on the stream. And then people picked up on it. So I was like, okay, I'm glad. So we want to reveal what it is minus potentially one letter.
Yeah, minus one letter. Okay, I'm gonna try to sneak my way onto YouTube and hope my computer doesn't decide to die on me here. But essentially, what Zach said was Kevin and Zach react, or Kevin and Zach reacts. Now, there are two different ways we can look at this. One, Kevin and Zach react is very to the point, straightforward. Yes, we're reacting to the show.
I think I think that's grammatically correct too.
Right. But Kevin and Zach reacts is like reactions. So Kevin and Zach reactions, but you have the Zach react, which I think gives it the zing that I think we're looking for. So react or reacts, you can put your
So put S, no S. We might have to have like an official poll, like on another one.
I'm gonna try to quickly get on the stream on YouTube and make it because I'm the backup poll guy. Obviously,
So
Brad is the main guy. Let me see here.
okay, so we so far have no S's.
Really? I thought there'd be a couple.
Well, I mean, it's only 3.
Well, we might have to do a couple because I know there are not a lot of people today. How do I make a poll? Oh, here we go. All right. Kevin and Zach. All right, react or reacts. I think reacts gives it a little zing, man. I think I've kind of been debating it. I might go with the reacts, which, like, again, is it really that big of a deal either way? No, like either one sounds good, but
yeah. So is the poll up?
Yeah, it's up now.
All right, go vote in the poll, everyone. And for people saying it should have, I saw Pocket Watch say it should include O's or Orioles in it. So this is going to be the channel name, and we'll be reacting to a bunch of stuff, not just Orioles related. It's going to be like obviously Ravens eventually, Orioles news, and it also just gives us an opportunity to react to anything big that's happening, whether it be NBA, MLB as a whole, NFL as a whole. We can just open up, but we will be having Oriole post games each time. So the Orioles post game will be a subsection under Zach and Kevin reacts.
Right.
Accordingly, you know.
Yes. So for example, like that Kyle Bradish news that came out, we didn't do a live for that. But
yeah, but we probably would.
We would have on the new channel because what happened is on this channel, that video with Yoni would have come out, but then Zach and I would have gone live separately for the people who wanted to react live there. So what do we got on the oh wow, it's close. It's 53-47 reacts to react.
How many votes we got?
19 votes.
Ooh, here we go, people.
So are you voting react or reacts? You can also vote on the poll yourself, Zach, if you want to.
Oh, are we voting on the poll?
Yeah, you
can. On reacts.
I don't think legally we can do that, but
yeah, I was gonna say I don't. I saw someone say like locked on Ryan Ripken's show, and I was like, you know.
Well, I mean, if we want to go under, if we want to move it, then sure. But like, I don't think we're going to. So.
Yeah. We'll
see. All right, 48-52 now. It's getting a little closer to react. Kevin and Zach react. Kevin and Zach reacts. It depends how you view it, honestly. Like, if you just want what it actually is, Kevin and Zach react is like, yes, that's what we're doing. We're reacting.
Yeah.
Right. But if we're saying reacts, it's like reactions. Kevin and Zach reacts. Kevin and Zach react. Which one flows off the tongue? Kevin and Zach reacts. Kevin and Zach react.
I honestly feel like people won't even notice except us, but
no, this is exactly what we were talking about when we did the was it the Elias or the Costa trailer when I was flipping out over literally a tenth of a second.
Yeah, it's like no one else is going to notice. No one else but us will.
No, and again, whichever one wins, either one sounds fine. Like,
what's
I'm
it
not really
at right now?
52-48 reacts now. It flipped over.
Jesus. At least it's close. It means people like it.
Yeah, I don't know. Should we keep this in mind, but then do it with a bigger audience next time?
Yeah,
or should we use this?
I definitely think we're gonna need to, like, maybe on the show or something. No offense to the 41 people on YouTube watching here. We appreciate you.
Yeah. This was more of just like the preliminary poll of was there one that really would have won? Or because I think if we had gotten like 80-20, I think that would have been the decision, right? But like we're literally, I think, one vote off on both of them. So.
Yeah, God, you'll love it.
How crazy is it that one letter is doing this to us? It's honestly not. This happens to this is stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is actually very on par.
Yeah, this is very on par. Now, here's another thing. People are saying to put me second and you first. Zach and Kevin react. Zach and Kevin reacts. I feel like the Zach reacts gives it the zing, right?
It's the ending of this act react. Like, it's the act.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah, that's what I think we liked about it.
Yeah,
was it kind of rhyming at the end there.
Yeah. You're gonna pull it up. Well, I like if you flip it, Kevin and Zach reaction.
React.
React.
God.
Yeah, but I think it is time. Shout out to Joe for the prom. But I think with us trying to come up with more of like a concrete full-time name, we're gonna have to incorporate some sort of prom theme into it in some way, Zach, just to kind of keep it around, because I think that it's been such a legendary part of it. But for an actual full-time name, I think we wanted the zing a little bit in there. So shout out to you, Joe, though. That stuck for a really long time. And it's still going to stick around in some way, shape, or form.
How long have we been doing? Have we been doing this for a month now?
I think a month plus. It started after the St. Louis sweep is when we really started to do it.
Yeah.
So when that was before June, right? So like right before June ended, right at the end of May. So
yeah, do it because no, I think our first full series was the White Sox one.
Yeah, the 4-gamer. It was.
Yeah, so that was in May. Jeez. Yeah, it's been exactly a month. This is the 1 month.
Is it actually?
Yeah, because our first one wasn't it when we got swept.
Yeah, it was that last game of the St. Louis series is when we all hopped on, and then the next game we started to do it like full time.
Yeah. So that was on May 22nd.
Wow. Well, happy 1 month.
Happy 1 month, Kevin. Happy.
Look at that. Wow. Look at us. Look at us.
Look at us. Yeah.
Honestly, it scares me. It's only been a month considering how many quote unquote viral moments we've had, particularly you apparently. Speaking of which, how's your meniscus doing today?
I think we're good. I think it's less torn than it was yesterday. I got a text from my mom last night being like, "Is your meniscus okay?" And I was like, "Mom, I didn't actually tear my meniscus. I'm just being dramatic on screen." I was like,
"Yeah, we gotta realize that." Well, I'm sure one of us at some point will have an actual injury that it's just like, okay, this is for real. But like,
yeah, I mean, my knee still hurts. I definitely messed something up in it like 2 days ago, but I think I was just lifting and being.
So here's the question everybody wants to know: are you questionable for softball? Are you doubtful for softball? Are you
Unfortunately, I have to play. Unfortunately, with the players we have showing up, like the numbers, I don't have an option. I'm playing ball tomorrow at 9 a.m.
By the time you hop on here tomorrow, it might be torn. Is what?
Yeah, there's actually such a better chance tomorrow it's torn. That's gonna suck. Oh my
god. Not only the wake up, but yeah. All right, let's see. Joe's asking where should he take his daughter-in-law for steak? Oh no, for dinner. Sorry, where should he take her for dinner? Mexican steak, Hooters. Well, we got steak, we got Hooters, so it's 1-1. Where are you going, Zach? Out of those three,
I'm probably going steak. Didn't expect that, did you?
Wow, you were. I think you were. I would go.
Yeah, you would go.
I wasn't expecting anything. No, I've never been to a Hooters before. Actually,
I can tell. I know you have.
Wow. All right. Thanks. Was it the haircut?
Kevin, there is. I would put so much money down before I knew that you had never been to a Hooters.
Over under 1.5 times. Kevin's gone to Hooters.
Yeah,
taking the under.
Without a doubt. And Aviator, happy 1 month.
Oh, appreciate you.
Hey, thought I got a fist bump from Mike Elias. Oh, her and compliment my mom. Oh, that's awesome. And got Cano's autograph, so that was awesome. Hey, that's an awesome day. Sorry the O's couldn't pull it out for you. So, but yeah, great. Sounds like a fun day, honestly. Minus the Orioles loss, that I would love to have that day.
Yeah. I mean, my day, I went to Fed Hill earlier before the game. I should have gone to Canton, honestly, and then texted Rocco Canton. And then we should have done that.
Gone to Canton?
Yeah, because then I could have texted Rocco and say, Canton.
We should go to Canton. We want to go to Canton? I'm definitely. I got to drink soon.
You're saying that like it's a chore. Like, yeah. God damn it. You're like, oh, I gotta drink. I gotta do it.
It is not that high, but it's definitely like towards the end of my high school career. Like there was definitely
Well, how is the food? I actually don't know how the food is because I've never been.
like I tell
What do
you
you mean
right
you've
now,
been there? How was the food?
You think I remember like that was what I was focused on at the Hooters? Bro,
Okay, high school, Zach.
it was like they were wings. They were good, I guess. I don't know. That wasn't our priority.
Wow, disappointed. All I wanted was a Zach Bollinger Hooters food review, and I can't even get it.
I'll do a Hooters food review.
Well, apparently you're not going to be focused. So,
well, now when I go in with a clear mind as a mature adult,
clear, what is it? Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose, or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Yeah, my vote. Is that your burner, Zach? You commented.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah, I'd still go Mexican though, Joe. Actually I went on a podcast. I did a Ravens about 30 minutes on the Ravens on a podcast, and with a guy named Jorge Martin, and he's awesome. I love doing his show with him. But the twist on his is at the end last year, he asked me, okay, you're going out. What Mexican dish are you putting on, or not putting on? What Mexican dish is your favorite? I'm a huge elote guy. I don't know if you like elotes, Zach. Do you even know what those are?
Yeah. What? Why? That's your go-to.
Because yeah, elotes are incredible.
Of any Mexican food.
Yes.
Okay.
What are you going? What are you going?
If I'm getting Mexican food, like you got to get obviously like the fajitas, the tacos, like a burrito. Like, dude.
Well, obviously those are good, but like if you get a good elote, you get like the chili lime sauce and like you get the sprinkled cheese on there.
Well, yeah, I'm not saying they're bad, but like I just don't know if that's would be like my go-to.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I like this. Have you seen those tweets, Zach? Of like I'm putting together a team. I'm putting together a team of restaurants that I need to go to.
Absolutely. Burrito tacos are insane. Absolutely incredible. Also, something that I have this tweet ready to put out tomorrow, so you guys will get like a sneak peek into it. Did you know that, according to Baseball Reference, Albert Suarez's nickname is just Capybara?
I feel like I heard that after his first start, but no one talked about it.
Yeah.
Did you go on like a Baseball Reference spree earlier and found that?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no. I went to looking on it to make sure it was right, but I had heard it before. And then suddenly I thought about it earlier today, and I was like, I have to go check to make sure this is happening.
Yeah, because that's when Derrick Henry signed, everybody was making a huge deal about the what is he called? El Tractorcito or something, for like the little tractor or the tractor or whatever it's called. So people I think I actually made a big deal about that, and then everyone like tried like corrected me, and I was like, look, I just put what was on Pro Football Reference, like please. Like I'm just the messenger, guys. So what's the best Oriole nickname?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't like Baseball Reference nickname.
Or
like,
just
because like Capybara is like without a doubt.
Well,
one.
Especially
when you understand it's like when you look at him next to a capybara, like I understand why he has the nickname. Like that's why I went in this deep search, and it's because of his long face, I guess. Like,
does he have that long of a face? Now I want to go find a picture.
Yeah, like when I was on a deep dive with this, like, because I should go back. His nickname is the Chiguayer, which is Spanish for capybara. So that's why I was like down a rabbit hole, because I was like, what does this mean? And I was like, oh shit. So yeah, I think he got it when he was over playing in Japan. I think it was.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, his face is like a little long, but not like.
Yeah,
I feel like my face is long.
no.
Like a little. I feel like it's because I don't have the hair anymore. So
Yeah,
I don't
this is
know.
just
Are you still doing it right now
deep diving.
on the capybara?
Well, I'm trying to. Well, I just looked at Albert Suarez capybara.
Oh, you know a game we can play right now is a capybara or a capybara. How do you say it? Because I know some people who say it capybara, even though it is capybara.
Is it capybara? I was about to say I actually don't know.
I think
which
it
way.
is. I mean, I think that's what most people say. But that's just like, is it GIF or GIF? I feel very strongly about this one.
It's GIF.
It is. Thank you. It is GIF.
Yeah,
I feel like that's one we should bring up on the main show at some point. Like, do a poll. Like,
GIF is
that's
like Jiffy. I just think of the peanut butter.
Well, I mean, I know people say like, oh, it's giraffe versus giraffe.
Okay, that's
just like, yeah, I'm just like, no, that's not. It's GIF. It's a GIF. I know some people that one actually. You know how like Uno loses your friends. I feel like that GIF versus GIF loses people some friends sometimes. Because
Yep. You know, we'll take it.
This is how it goes.
For sure.
After losses, especially one that was just like, bleh. Like that's just what that loss was.
Yeah, so, we'll give it 15.
Figure we try to get the vibe back, and that's how we do. What'd you say about 15 minutes?
I was like, yeah, we give them 15, 20 minutes of baseball, and then we're like, well,
we go longer when there's more stuff to talk about. It just felt like for this game.
There was just nothing happened this game. Like, it was just one of those games where, especially like, there was the 2 mistake pitches by Corbin Burns, obviously, but overall, like, it was just both pitchers kind of just got into a groove eventually, and they were just going. It was weak fly ball after weak fly ball, and it was just cruise control. It felt like both the Orioles at one point had been sat down 15 of 16.
Yeah, I feel like this could very easily have gone the other way too. Like it was just one of those games where it's like, okay, the Astros won. There were a couple mistakes, and like you chalk it up to that. Like they've lost 2 in a row. Like obviously you don't want to get swept tomorrow. Let's do this, Zach, actually, because hopefully they win. Let's go to the other side here. If they get swept, what do you think the panic meter on Twitter is going to be?
I mean, it'll be the same, if not.
Well,
worse.
Come on, no one overreacts on Twitter.
It'll be so bad, dude. People will be just disgusted. It'll be. I mean,
think it was that. I think honestly, these last 2 games, I've been very proud because I haven't seen a ton of huge overreactions.
Well, last night was
just like awesome comeback. Like great, they showed that fight.
Yeah. Tonight.
It was just like, Like, I don't know. And I agree. I mean, I see Jordan, Shante all commenting. Just fatigue, man. I really do feel like. How many off days do they have next month? Do you know? I'm going to look it up quickly.
Yeah. Let's look up Orioles schedule.
Which, by the way, while you do that, I'm gonna read through their June quickly. Just to give us context. So again, that Rays series started in May, but I'm not going to count that. So they took 2 or 3 from the Rays, right? Because they lost that first one. Or no, they won the first one. They lost the final one. Sorry, my bad. Yeah, 2 or 3 from the Rays. You take 2 or 4 from the Blue Jays. Then you sweep the Rays in a 4-game set, which just like does not happen. You don't sweep division rivals away in 4-game sets. But hey, look, the Orioles did it. You take 2 or 3 from the Braves. You take 2 or 3 from the Phillies. You take 2 or 3 from the Yankees. Now, obviously, you lose 2 straight to the Astros. But like, hey, you know what? If you tell me the Orioles would win the series against the Yankees, they'd win the series against the Phillies, they'd win the series against the Braves, I'd take that outright. I'm just like, okay, that's good. But then you also have the 4-game sweep in there with the Rays. And like, they're not going to win every game. This is a really tough month. They're a good team, but they're also facing a lot of really good teams, which again, I think this stretch is testing them to the point where this is really good experience for October. like, again, they have to perform in October, but this is almost like a mini preview. I mean, you were there, Zach. You were
Ozuna from the Braves.
All right. We have to say it. We have to say it. Just be a hater.
Just be a hater, baby. I'm telling you guys,
hater.
it is so much easier when you're just a hater. Like, sometimes you just gotta casually on a hot June Saturday night, you just gotta be a hater. Like, it is just simple, people. Yeah, but the Orioles have 7 days off in July. Obviously, it helps when you have 4 days off for the All-Star break. But
yeah. So I think that, look, every team needs the All-Star break bad. I think the Orioles, just for a rest perspective, man, I mean, coming off this month, they're going to need it badly. And again, how many guys are going to play in the All-Star game for the Orioles? How many guys is it going to be a true, they get the All-Star break? We don't know. But
yeah, when do they announce that? It's got to be within the next few weeks.
Yeah, it has to be soon. I mean, it's coming up in like
the next week. This week they go to the final round for the 1 and 2.
Right.
Who's pitching for the Yankees tonight? Stroman. All right. Fox.
The Yankees DFA'd their whole bullpen after the Orioles series.
The Yankees.
Victor Gonzalez, by the way, got fired for hitting Gunnar Henderson. I saw that tweet. So
yeah. And obviously, I've been fun. The Yankees bullpen, people are talking about how it's a strength. The Yankees bullpen, the Yankees fans hate their bullpen.
They have not. That bullpen has not been good over the last
No,
I can't remember if it was 2 weeks or a month.
Yeah, Ryan Garcia, who, speaking of that, if you have not gone back into the channel, go check it out because we talked to a bunch of awesome people over the past few days. Talk about really just everything. Orioles versus Yankees, Orioles, Astros, trade deadline moves. We talked to Tim Kirchin about what the Orioles should do with the starters. So, go check all that stuff out. But we did talk to Ryan Garcia of Fireside Yankees, and he really hammered home that he was like, yeah, this bullpen is just catching a lot of bats recently. He was like, it for a while, everyone was playing out of their minds, but now they're like, now it's kind of getting to the point where they're like, oh boy, people are falling back to earth, and it is a tough one. But Kevin, remember when we said this? We've said this a million times. Everyone wants the Orioles. Everyone's like, oh, the Orioles bullpen sucks. The Orioles bullpen is horrible. I hate the Orioles bullpen. Every fan base hates their bullpen.
So true. So true.
If you lose a game, every fan base is like, well, it's a freaking bullpen again. The bullpen. I mean, how are we going to win with this bullpen, even though they win them so many games? I mean, the bullpen is just the least. Bullpen's got to be one of the worst professions in all of sports because you have to go out there in the highest leverage situations, and a lot of times with men on base, already in scoring position, and you either get out of it and people are like, you better, or you don't, and they're like, you suck. And then you get out of it 9 times out of 10, but you give up the one, and they're like, no, you still suck.
Right. Even when, you can go back as far as you want to, when they had Brack O'Day and Britton, they were still getting, even when Britton was at his best, he would blow a save, which again was very rare for him when he was in his prime. And everyone would be like, oh, the bullpen is terrible. The bullpen is awful. It's just, look, sports are reactionary. I get it. I understand.
Also appreciate it, Boom Boom. Boom and Berlin. Also, your guys' show is so good. I've stopped watching Mats and post game. Coming straight here. Appreciate that. We try.
Appreciate you. Yeah. So what we're trying to do here, right, is just to, be able to be a place where we can engage with the community and get everybody's thoughts on it. I think that makes things fun and makes losses more fun, even though they are not fun. So
they're not fun, but you can get over them.
Yeah, that's why we talk about the game, and then we just kind of vibe out for a little bit, talk baseball, talk anything, and I think that hopefully adds some levity while also staying as serious as we can, which sometimes is not very serious. But
it's hard to be serious at 162 games a year. We're gonna have. I mean, we probably don't. We're not even serious for 2 straight So, we're not making it the whole 162 without being unserious at some point.
No.
But yeah, God, any final thoughts, Kevin? Any final thoughts?
Just flush it and move on. Again, I just think this was a very uneventful game where like we can just say that this was not the Orioles' day today, especially on offense. I mean, if you want to call this a bad Corbin Burns start, I would not agree with you, but compared to his standard, it's, I guess, rare to see him give up 4. But look, he went 7. So that, I think, gives the bullpen that rest that they've been so coveting. Just flush it and move on. Go take a game tomorrow and get out of Houston. That's what I got to say about that.
Yeah, it's 7:25 on a Saturday, a beautiful Saturday.
Zach has chores to do.
It's just there's so much that you can do in this world right now. And I'm just giving you the option. The Yankees are down 1-0. Go be a hater. Go watch. Cheer for the Braves. If the Yankees lose, I'll probably be posting about it.
Probably. Oh, you're good at be posting.
I will be posting it, especially if the beers are flowing. I will definitely be posting about it. But yeah, moral of the story, it's okay to be a hater every once in a while. Go be a hater. Go watch the Yankees game. Or don't. I don't know. It's a Saturday.
Keep up with it on social media. Yeah.
Yeah,
go,
exactly.
Hopefully it's cooled down a little bit outside. You can maybe take a walk or
don't
go order.
Okay, no, we are getting too much into mental health stuff. Go be a hater, drink some beer.
You are committed to it, and I love it. You are committed to it. But that we have to put it on a shirt for you, man. Like seriously.
Yeah, no, I'll get a shirt that says sometimes you just gotta be a hater. I'm a hater towards every franchise that's not a Baltimore-based team, and I'm okay with that.
It's good. Except the Nuggets. I can't lay hate on the Nuggets. There you go.
Beautiful.
Look at that. And I don't take my sleep schedule is not that. My sleep schedule is I go to bed at so I don't take. I'm actually not a very good nap taker. I just feel groggy after naps. I don't know if you do, Zach, but I'm just not a very good napper. Like I wake up and I feel worse. Yeah. Love that.
Let the haterade flow, baby. Let the haterade.
Your favorite flavor of haterade is that pinstripe blue and white. That's you're drinking that haterade.
Juan Soto's up. I'm watching the box score right now, and I'm so a hater watching this box score. Just so everyone.
By the way, final poll results before we get out of here. 62-38 react overreacts. So we'll do a final one, but that was a good exercise. So appreciate everybody. What'd you say?
I said, I'm not gonna lie. When you're like, let's check the poll, I was like, what poll? And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I think still. Oh, I see. All right, now it's 63-37. We got 35 votes on that. So
appreciate y'all.
So I think that was our preliminary one. We'll take that into account, and then I'm sure React will end up winning the other one too. But I don't know. It's going to be exciting to have a name. We're going to work on a logo too. And yeah, this show is going to be moving over to a different channel at some point. Don't really know the timeline of that. But again, as we expand Ryan Ripken Media, we'll be doing that as the Ryan Ripken Show stays here. And we move over to a different channel at some point. So be sure when that does happen, like and subscribe over there. And I think we'll have some level of membership over there as well. I know it's going to be a little different than the Holy Shirts and Pants and whatnot. But I don't know. Maybe that'll be where Zach's idea of me going into a Home Goods cammed up gets put to fruition.
We're doing.
Nah, man. So there's an antique store, and there are a couple of them actually. You put me in an antique store, I will be in there for like 3 hours. I document my entire chronicles. Man, it gets a little nuts in there.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that might be what we have to do for membership. But all right, I know you got some chores to do, aka spicy waters. So we'll get you. I don't even know what you're vibing to right now, but
just life, man. I'm being a hater. It's just fun.
After losses, I guess we just got to get that should be the prop for losses. We've got to get a different color haterade every single time.
Yeah, just be a hater on something. Like, come on, people. Makes life more interesting.
Yeah, and this is just how it goes, man. Like, We get it. No hard feelings in either way. Like, we appreciate everybody, especially who tunes in after losses, because look, when the Ravens lose, the Orioles lose, Nuggets lose, whatever, I know I don't, can be tough to consume content.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There are times I don't want to come on here, but like after tough losses,
you can't say that. You can't say that.
You can. But like after tough losses, like I don't want to.
No, man, I get it. I get it.
This is therapeutic.
I get it. This is intriguing, but
ANC spilled the tea.
That is intriguing.
That's at least got to be a show on the channel. Oh my God, Judge just homered. Oh no,
2-1. This is why you can't be this. You got to stick with being a hater, though.
Actually, that does really help my fantasy team. But
no, you're committed. You can't know Orioles over fantasy. You can't
hater.
do it.
No, we're still gonna be a hater,
right.
Kevin. Don't worry.
All right. Well, I think that's all we got. We somehow went an hour. I think we initially thought this was going to go 30 minutes. I think this always happens. We just get talking, we get vibing with the community, and it's a fun time sometimes, right? Even after losses, which are not fun. So appreciate everybody. Zach, you wanna send us out here?
Yeah. So the Orioles with a tough loss to the Houston Astros. They are back at it tomorrow. What time tomorrow? Let me check. I'm gonna say like 2:00, probably 2:10. 2:10 tomorrow. To try to salvage the series. We will be back here after the game to talk about it. So yeah, enjoy your Saturday. Be a hater if you want. If not, go be, I don't know. Go smell the roses, something. Have a day, have a night, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.